for today's video, gagawa na naman tayo ng panibagong video, obviously. Hi everyone! Again, I am Mariel Jen, and for today's video, gagawa na naman tayo ng panibagong video, obviously. So again, I am Mariel Jen Biuba. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more videos to come. So that's it. So for today's video, we're about to tackle the definitions of law enforcement, responsibilities, and the duties, and the concept of law enforcement. Before we start, what is law enforcement? Everyone know what is law enforcement? For that, we're gonna start to tackle the law enforcement in the Philippine cities. So, what is law enforcement? What is law enforcement in the Philippines? So, the Philippines National Police, PNP, is the primary law enforcement agency in the Philippines. It was established under Republic Act number 6975 and is empowered by Section 24 to use force in making arrests and investigation and preventions of crime. Law enforcement is the activity of some members of government who act in an organized manner to enforce the law by discovering, deterring, rehabilitating, or punishing people who violate the rules and norms governing that society. Law enforcement also, it applied to engage in patrols, surveillance, and to discourage and discover criminal activities. What are under in the law enforcement? So what do you think what is under in the law enforcement, guys? Everyone know? So, let's start. So, what are under in the law enforcement? There are 4 under of law enforcement, which is local police, state police or highway patrol, special jurisdiction police, and the deputy sheriffs. So that are the 4 under of the law enforcement. So before that, guys, did you know what is the purpose of law enforcement? Okay, I'm gonna discuss it right now. So, the purpose of law enforcement is the law enforcement in a free society is to promote public safety. Do you know? Is to promote the public safety and uphold the rules of law so that individual liberty may flourish. Flourish. So that's all, guys. And before that, we are about to discuss the concept of the law enforcement or the pillar. So what are the concepts of the law enforcement? So the concept of the law enforcement is to respond, detect, and to prevent crime. Within this perspective, it is recognized that police officers play a significant role in our society in adapting and respond to unexpected or unknown situations. So actually, the job of the law enforcement or police, which is under of the law enforcement, is to protect our society from harms. So that is the one concept of the law enforcement. So you think, guys, what are the skills needed for the law enforcement? So there are many types and kinds of skills that needed in law enforcement. So here's the one: empathy and compassion. That is the important one. Honesty and kindness. Honesty and kindness is being important as a part of law enforcement. The third is the adaptability and the mental agility and listening and observation. That is the most important. Effective communication too. That is the most important of being a part of the law enforcement. Conflict resolutions, and that was the last one. And the most important qualities that law enforcers must possess is physical fitness, the critical thinking, problem-solving skills, the communication skills, interpersonal skills, strong moral characters, and devotion to community. Honesty, integrity, ethics of being a law enforcement or being a part of a law enforcement. The most special is the kindness. Being in or a part of a law enforcement, kindness is very important. That is the part of your duty, and that is the part of your responsibility as a law enforcement or as a part of a law enforcement. So we are done about to talk what is the definitions of law enforcement and what is under of law enforcement, the purpose of law enforcement, and the concept of this skill. So we are done also that skills needed for the law enforcement and the qualities that needed in the law enforcement. So again, we're going to discuss the purpose of the law enforcement agency in the Philippines. The PNP shall enforce the law, prevent and control crimes, maintaining peace and order, and ensure safety or public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. So as you can see guys, the purpose of law enforcement agency in the Philippines is very peace and order. There are the qualifications that may prevent harm for the society. It's actually help to secure peace in our community and society, especially for our country, as what I can see. And so guys, what are the duties of law enforcement? Law enforcement is the next element of the criminal justice response to prevent, detect, and investigate firearms officers. So, we are done for the purpose of law enforcement and the duties of law enforcement. So, let's move on to the responsibilities of being a part of the law enforcement. So being a part of the law enforcement is you should need to follow the guidelines, rules, and ethics that can help to occur or maintain peace and order in our society. So the responsibilities of law enforcement are to protect victims, promote offenders by consistently enforcing law, and procedure so that all will be honored. And killings are investigated and addressed by the criminal justice system. So for today's video guys, as you can see, I mentioned the definitions of law enforcement, what is the law enforcement, the purpose of law enforcement, the responsibilities of law enforcement, and the duties of law enforcement. And what are the under of the law enforcement? And then the last one is the qualities of law enforcement. I hope guys that you learned of my some discussions. Learn of my discussions about the law enforcement. Before I'm gonna end this video, I'm gonna show you the guidelines and the rules of law enforcement. So, best that you learned of my some discussions. Learn of my discussions about the law and